This is someone who does not respect you. This is someone who does not value you. This is someone who does not push you. This is someone who does not support you. Like,
push you. I'm pushing you around.
You're not serious. How can you, as a married man, have a shortlet, an apartment that you go and your wife doesn't even know about the apartment? You just go there and spend some time.
I cannot have a guest house.
No, I should know about it. Hi guys, welcome to our channel. For a while, if I've been seeing Gayeyilo, this is Dr. Guy, so Gayeyilo. You're welcome to the channel, guys. You're welcome to our channel, and Dr. Guy, you're welcome. Okay, today we're just gonna be reviewing the movie The Wives. It's by Elevation Church. We've been seeing the series The Wives, and we just want to have like a talk, share our own perspective about the movie, basically review it. So I hope you're going to sit tight and enjoy today's video as we go on. Okay, babe?
Yeah. Hello guys. Good to be back on the channel. It's always a pleasure to be here. Like I said on the other times I appeared, make sure whenever
Special
I'm here,
appearance.
there's honorarium.
Okay.
So I trust that will be done after this video. So but I hope it's going to be fun reviewing The Wives. It was intriguing, it was insightful, and I believe every couple should see that movie and learn it, from it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do we start from?
Of course, the episode was it episodes?
Yeah, it was an episode.
Okay, so first of all, we think the series is still continuing. They just released
1 to 7.
seven episodes.
Episode 1 to 7.
And yeah, so we'll just be analyzing based on not episode by episode, holistically the episodes that are available.
Yeah.
So we'll try to pick lessons that we have learned personally and trust that maybe it will help you. Okay. I think it will be better that way.
Yeah.
So just what we learned as a couple, not really about from the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not really like saying, analyzing, and all of that. What we learned.
Okay.
So on YouTube, just type
The Wives.
The Wives on YouTube.
Elevation Church.
The Elevation Church.
Yeah, the Elevation Church.
Pastor Godman.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Elevation Church. I'm sure it's an easy find on YouTube. There's couple A, Mr. and Mrs. Harrison.
Yes.
So Mr. Harrison is a very, I don't know how to describe his character. Funny,
very funny character.
Annoying, and
typical Aguero kind of man.
So he's this guy that always talks down on his wife, never sees anything good about his wife, down to her business, which was selling Zobo. So he would always talk down on it and felt like he did her a favor by marrying her. So that's like the summary of couple A, Mr. and Mrs. Harrison. On the other end is Mr. and Mrs.
What are their names again? I know Moni and
Moni and Matthew. Okay, so let's just say Mr. and Mrs. Matthew. Yeah. So Moni is Mr. Matthew's wife, and they have an assistant, Eniton, who has a boyfriend called Caleb. So, and Caleb was basically taken for granted. So Eniton will always run to Madame Moni, who is her boss, because she was Moni's PA. Will always run back to Moni, or will always run errands for her, irrespective of
the time of the day,
whatever
the day of the week. Whatever. Basically, there are no boundaries, like workplace, and there was no balance between work life and life after work. Everything was intertwined, and Caleb, on the other hand, was fed up with everything, but he kept pushing and enduring it till there was an outburst. Yeah.
So for Mr. and Mrs. Matthew, they've been trusting God for a child for a while now.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they get through an IVF, they conceive, and it's in this moment that in the conception that the wife had to stay away from sex, so couldn't pleasure him. And then this Mrs. Harrison, who is being frustrated by her husband, eventually links up with Mr. Matthew in some form of project work they were doing together, like a committee kind of thing. So and they get talking, being somebody that is constantly talked down by her husband. Mr. Matthew was the typical nice guy, and somehow
over nice, very annoying. Like I should slap him.
Let's summarize the movie first.
Okay.
So somehow they slept with each other. But okay, this is our own summary. I'll let's do a free advert. Go just watch the movie, and trust me, it will be worth your while, especially if you're married or intending to get married, whether now or in the future. I believe it's a good watch.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So let's start with from the minor to the upward. Yes, let's start with Caleb and Eniton.
Caleb and Eniton. Somehow I feel like I don't think they are not compatible. They are, but they still have a lot of work to do together if they really want to stay together. Eniton doesn't feel like she's ready to get married, which is, I mean, rightfully so. She has every right. I've always said that don't let any man pressure you into getting married to him. If you're not ready, you're not ready. There's no two ways about it. You're not ready, you're not ready.
Is it just about women also pressure?
Oh, both ways. Okay, both ways. Okay, both ways.
See,
both ways.
Also pressure a man.
Very well, very much so. Yeah. So Caleb was ready to get married. In fact, he proposed. You see why it's good for you to get. You see why it's good for you to get. I mean, a secret yes between just the two of you, than putting up a public show and then you get a no in public. I mean, that was a slap with the parada, everything.
But you know the funny thing is, Caleb was not even affected. Caleb was just this good guy ready to do anything to get any turn. Even with the public bouncing, he wasn't offended.
He was hurt.
He was hurt, but he just believed that okay, I'll wait for you if you are not ready. Until you're ready. But he felt like they were ready. They have been passing the night.
I feel like he saw this. For me, imagine that you're Caleb. The signs were there. She was not ready. Okay. Even when they talk, she wasn't so fully into them talking. It was always about her job, her career, and everything. So I feel like he was seeing it, but somehow he felt if I put a ring on her, she will just adjust. No. You say from Wednesday, they know week was sweet.
Now from Thursday.
Now from Thursday. So he already saw all these things. Why don't you talk more? Like I feel like you're not even talking about critical things they need to talk about before getting married. Even about their stance on. Remember when that fertility thing came about, and she was like, "Oh, so you mean this, and even the cheating part? You mean so you can cheat on me and still love me?" Like they're very important topics they had not even spoken about, and because you're both dating, you're vibing. You used to always say that vibes are what?
Values.
Vibes is not values or something like that.
Yeah, vibes is not values, neither is vision.
Neither is vision. So they were on vibes. They were not on values, neither were they on vision. They were just on vibes. And vibes cannot sustain you. If you really want to get married, stay together for life. Vibes cannot sustain you. Values and vision have to align ultimately. So that's my take on Caleb and Eniton.
Personally, as a guy, I just feel like you should not overdo to convince a woman to marry you. Over time, I've learned that if a woman likes you, you don't really need to do much to impress her. But he was outdoing himself, which will stress you mentally. It was literally, like my wife has said, it was not sustainable in the long run. He was just doing everything to look like that Mr. Nice Guy to really catch her attention, which he did. But again, she didn't want to marry. In short, when they broke up, they broke up and came back again because she learned that she realized what she had. She didn't realize when he was dating, he left. And then when he left, somehow they came back together again. But
she took him for a ride.
But later she realized. So I wouldn't think, not a guy, not a lady, do not overdo to make somebody want to settle down with you. You might get what you want, but I believe
it's not sustainable.
I believe it's not sustainable. Yeah. disclaimer, we're just less than 2 years in marriage, so we cannot really say. So we're just reviewing a movie based on what we think and over time. So I think we both agree that Caleb's kind gestures wouldn't have sustained, even if they had gotten married, wouldn't have sustained their relationship. I think he was doing too much, and I think Eniton was inconsiderate.
Yeah, and she didn't also know how to draw the line between work and personal life.
Yes.
She didn't know how to.
Yeah, that's so much so about Caleb and Eniton. We hope to see, they broke up and came back again, so we hope to see if they eventually settle down together in the future. So now let's review Mr. and Mrs. Matthew.
Okay.
Let's reserve Harrison.
I thought you wanted to go to Harrison.
That's the best for the last. Because that guy was annoying me to hear. So yeah, for Mr. and Mrs. Matthews, I think personally, I think it was more of a misunderstanding that sprouts from sexual negligence. Not negligence per se, but the absence of sex, because the wife couldn't offer that. He is meant to have controlled himself because it was not her intentions. It was never, because she was going through a psychological.
IVF.
Was it third or even more?
Okay.
He had done more. So, and I don't want to see it from that lens again. I think Mr. Matthew just didn't know, like Eniton didn't know how to draw boundaries with Mrs. Harrison. Once you see a broken woman in that state, she's hyper vulnerable.
Yeah.
So I believe you
Whether
already
married
knew.
Or
yes. Not. I believe you already saw that he already knew the husband wasn't treating her right. So you can be kind from a distance. Things like letting her into your office, staying over time together. I feel that was where I didn't think, or I still don't think he had intentions of actually sleeping with her.
He has cheated before. He did there.
I mean, with this particular.
Okay, but
of course it's in him.
Uh-huh.
Let's assume it's in him. But I don't think he really wanted to sleep with this woman.
Yeah.
But over time, he spent too much time and he wasn't having sex
with
at home because of genuine reasons, not like the wife withheld sex from him for genuine reasons. So I feel when you are in that state, you should be more intimate in other ways with your spouse, and anything that will create a crack, either in communication, in whatever. And so that's where I always say that sex is not the only way of being intimate, right? There's lots of ways you can be intimate. Being free with somebody, being free with your spouse, being able to discuss things you love to discuss together is sometimes, I believe, is sometimes even more therapeutic than even the sex itself.
Okay. One thing he pointed out that I really want to buttress is communication. Yeah. There was a gap in communication. There was a big gap, and I strongly believe that if the communication was good, then they wouldn't have gotten themselves to where they were. Because I mean, your wife is even calling you, you can see her calls and you're ignoring them. No, like that was the part it took me off from the start. I'm like, guy, what is wrong with you? Yes, she might be lashing out because of her emotions and everything that is going on in her body. The truth is, we as women, there's a whole lot that goes on with us.
You're advocating women now.
No, I'm talking from, let me express.
Okay.
I've started. Stop.
Okay.
The circle alone takes you through a roller coaster of emotions every month. And to think that she's going through another IVF after how many failed ones? Sometimes she might be overdoing it, yes, I would agree. But other times, you know that your wife is in a critical state. She keeps calling, you're not picking. I mean,
you have cheated before.
I have cheated before.
So
of course, she would think of so many things. She'll begin to accuse you of things that they are not even true. And being that you, on the other hand, as the man that cannot communicate properly, you will leave things to chance. Why not talk about it? As difficult, as hard as this is, and talk about them. That's where I feel like the genesis of their problems and from communication. He's not responding to her calls on time. He comes back home whenever he wants to come back home. This is a woman that daily needs you. At this point, and both of you are trying for a child, and at the time that she's in her lowest, he's not even there.
Analyzing. Calm down.
Yeah.
I know you have passion for ladies, but calm down. Okay, it's just a movie.
Yeah, but it's reality.
So, but again, putting it in perspective, I think first the husband tried to organize a surprise with Eniton, who happened to be her PA, and then they were having like secret calls just to put her in limbo. How surprises are being done now, you know how it is. So the woman started suspecting and even probing her PA, who literally didn't utter a word and kept it concealed until he, after he was confronted by her, had to open up. Okay, this was all we were doing. This was why I was avoiding your calls. So to put perspective, when he was making
doesn't
calls,
justify it to me.
I said they were making surprise now.
Yeah.
So it's part of the intrigue, I believe, in as someone that likes to plan surprises. I believe it's part of the intrigue. But it was not even with the Eniton that he cheated, because even while we were watching the movie, we actually thought they were cheating.
Yeah, from the beginning of this.
We both didn't have a clue that he wasn't sleeping with her, because everything supported the fact that they were sleeping together. But eventually, he didn't even. In short, the lady, the Eniton herself, had testified that she held him in very high esteem until she caught them together around the hotel, and then she started suspecting and all of that. So to put it in perspective,
until she caught him with Mrs. Harrison.
Yeah, with Mrs. Harrison.
So that we can set up.
So what I'm trying to say is Mrs. Matthews was not wrong to make allegations, because first, you have cheated in the first year of your marriage. You apologized and it passed. She confronted you about a surprise with her PA, and it eventually turned out negative. So you have left her. She would literally feel like she's mad or going crazy, even when their evidence is right before her. So she was trying to be careful. She was trying to trust her husband again when she let Mrs. Harrison, who happened to be her colleague in their committee stuff. Yeah. So she gave her too much access to her husband. That was a place I found fault with her. She gave too much access to her husband. Okay, you can call my husband. You can call my husband. You can. I think that's
you can reach out to him
anytime.
You can reach out to go to his office.
And when eventually she didn't have a laptop to print some reports like that, she reached out to him and he offered to do the report. This is a woman that, okay, we have not gotten to her part, but Miss Harrison is being bullied, being battered, being shattered by her husband emotionally, physically, and every way you can think, spiritually. So, but now you have a guy that is helping you with your job as a new head of your committee, is giving you new phones when your husband smashed your phone, and just for you to enable your work, is praising your idea of your Zobo business, even though your husband says it's beneath your level. You shouldn't be selling Zobo. You have a man that is supporting you. I mean, it's a great thing. It is value, So I believe the wife gave Mrs. Harrison so much access, and she also became comfortable until one day, late into the night, Lagos traffic, they had to stay by a bar. That was when they attempted to kiss first and it didn't work out. After then, he didn't still stop. They went ahead, still hanging out. I believe that's why I strongly believe, I don't know what the scriptwriter had in mind, but I strongly believe he didn't have intentions of sleeping with her, but it was just a cracked space that
I feel like he was too nice to a fault. Like, guy, you're a married man, your wife needs you. For me, I didn't see him as a great husband. I won't even pretend, because he faltered on so many aspects for me. One, you were not there to offer your wife emotional support. Physically, you were not always at home. How can you, as a married man, have a shortlet, an apartment that you go, and your wife doesn't even know about the apartment? You just go there and spend some time. How? Why? It's all shade-giving cheating. Giving a cheater. Yes. How? How would you have a secret home that you can go and chill out and your wife doesn't know? You are not coming home on time. You're not picking her calls.
I cannot have a guest house.
No, I should know about it.
See, it's movie I thought I was coming here to review. This is giving.
No, but that's the truth. We have to say it as it is.
Yeah, calm down now. Yeah, so. I understand. So yeah, and now I think we're done with Mr. and Mrs. Martha. The crazy thing is, Mrs. Harrison is now pregnant, so she doesn't know if it's for Matthew or it's
We have
for.
not even analyzed
We have
Mr.
not
and Mrs.
Harrison.
Harrison.
Harrison, I don't
You've
think
gone
we
ahead.
need to analyze Harrison because that guy is just. He's my favorite. I like him and I don't like him at the same time. I don't know.
You like his
He
character.
embodied the character perfectly.
Yeah.
He successfully
Delivered it.
made us hate him, which I feel like he killed his role. And for me, he's the best in the cast. Yeah, for me, I love him most. It's the way he sounds, very arrogant, very proudful, and at the same time very stupid. Like, just calm down. And how will you have an issue? Your wife has slept with somebody because for me,
he pushed her.
He literally gave out his wife. He gave her out. This has happened. Now you are running to her father, who you know they are not in good terms. Tell her, oh, your husband is now Akuna. Akuna means a hooker, a prostitute, Igbo. You know, and
your husband or your wife.
Okay, your wife. But yeah. Mr. Harrison told her father that his wife is now sleeping around.
You say your husband.
Oh, John, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I believe Harrison was not fair to his wife.
We've not actually given a perspective to Mr. and Mrs. Harris. Okay, you did in the first place. So,
okay, talk about Mr. and Mrs. Harrison.
Yeah, for their relationship, I feel like it's the case of, I just want to marry. If somebody comes your way and then you just jump into marriage with the person. Like, you asked at the beginning, like, how did she even say yes to this man in the first place? Like, this is someone who does not respect you. This is someone who does not value you. This is someone who does not push you. This is someone who does not support you. Like,
I'm pushing her around.
Yeah, not serious. Like, in all shades, the support that the wife needs from a man, this man was not there. And the little business she was doing, Zobo business, you talk down on it to the extent that she can't even sell Zobo. I mean, who says selling Zobo is not a viable business or is for low class? I don't even get it. Like, why don't you put your ideas together and make this business big? But you talk down on her, you made her disconnect from her friends. She couldn't apply for jobs. She should just be there and be following you like zombie.
And you were fired.
You didn't even tell her. You're lashing out your frustration on her that was not even aware of what was going on. At the same time, you beat her. No. That one is a no. Somebody said in the comment section of the movie, someone said that make sure that you have a family to fall back to when things go south with your family.
I think you are, from what we saw with her family, with her father especially.
Yeah.
They didn't have good standings with her father.
Yes.
So I think she got married for a wrong reason, to escape her father. From what I gathered from the movie, right? To escape her father. And so anything that appeared like a husband was an option. Anything that was not her husband. I think that was because this woman is intelligent, she's smart, she's industrious, and she's beautiful. So maybe whoever came her way at the time that looks like a church boy, because this guy in question, he's a church guy, right? And when you cement church around anything these days, it goes. So yeah. And then he came up at the time that maybe she was in her lowest. You could see that she didn't have, like she said, the family to fall back on. So for her, it was like an escape, which is, I was listening to Willie Akani one time, I think as far back as 2014, when he talked about 10 reasons for getting married. That was number one, I can't forget. 10 wrong reasons rather for getting married. We said trying to escape family wahala is a very wrong reason to get married.
Yeah.
So I think diagnosing from that, I think that was where her issues started. She just needed to get married and just leave her father's house and leave his trouble. She didn't know that she was going into something bigger. So I think that's the biggest lesson I learned. Thank God I'm already married, and I didn't marry because I was short. I was not even staying with anybody. So, but again, I feel like we should not marry because we want to escape anything. There's nothing to escape. Marriage, if anything, if you are escaping anything, you might need it twice in marriage if you are not patient enough. Yeah. So I feel you should marry because you have met the right person, that your visions, your values, and less importantly, your vibes. Because if your vibes are more important and your visions and values are are clashing, there's going to be a lot that will go south, will go wrong. I believe. Yeah. So for Mr. Harrison, I just feel like he wasn't ready for marriage. He wasn't prim. He wasn't proper. He wasn't like, let me say, he wasn't a man, for the lack of words, because he couldn't, the littlest of things that you would do for a lady, just appreciating her. And the lady was so understanding that, to a fault, she was so submissive. She was everything you want from a woman. But he didn't need to do much to make her happy. He didn't need to do much. So even after she slept with another man, she didn't regret it. And trust me, I understand, because when you have, nobody will put honey in your mouth and tell you that it's not sweet again. No. Maybe she regretted her actions sleeping with another person's husband, but I believe he was a young man, and she wouldn't mind divorcing Mr. Harrison. But yeah, that's my take about Harrison.
So I think that's it generally for us.
Yeah, again, one big thing I learned was friendship. For Money, which is Matthew's husband.
Matthew's wife.
Why do I keep saying that? She had a group of friends that
supportive, loyal,
support, that were ready to box.
Shout out to my girls. Shout out to my G.
Thank God that.
Shout out.
If I cannot beat anybody, I can beat Grace.
Hey, Uganda, all of us. Hi, my girls.
I can carry Grace. Maybe I cannot carry Sarah.
Oh my God.
But really, I was really impressed by the way the friends came through and then stayed by her, held her hand, even when she was making very silly decisions
about the baby shower thing.
Yeah, the baby shower. They were really supporting her and
even at the outburst during the party.
They were there basically. They were there.
Good friends.
And shout out to Z, shout out to Gracie, shout out to Sarah, shout out to who again? Yetunde. I would have called Siona ladies, but shout out to all my wife's friends and to my friends out there. Okay, shout out to if I call Unapo. Shout out, guys. The most important thing: get friends that again have vision, values, that believe in marriage, that believe in what God is doing in your life. Really, friends that believe in togetherness, you and your spouse, not the ones that when you tell them one negative thing about your husband or they see something and then, I had a problem the way they were fighting Matthew. I had a problem with it, but I will look over that because in the end they were there for their friend. And she was pregnant after going through how many IVFs, 3 or more, and then she was in a very vulnerable emotional state, volatile emotional state, rather. And
they were there when the husband was not there.
So shout out to friendship, to true friendship.
Loyal
Alex.
friends.
Okay, let me call my friends. Let me see if I can exhaust them. Alex, Nathan, Gaddafi. Okay, let me just say Dynamite. And Ologi is Dynamite.
Maybe because he moves out.
No, Ologi is a big boy. He doesn't pick my call again. Hear it from here. I'll tag you here. So, but really, shout out to friendship. Yeah. That's another thing I learned. So overall, I want to say, for me, who do you think was the cause of all this problem in this?
The cause of the problem?
Yes.
You already know. It's Matthew.
For you, it's Matthew.
For me, it's Matthew. Because as a husband, it's a no-no. Like, I won't even like. He didn't stand as a man. Like, and women don't like that. Like women, no, honestly, women don't like that. There are times that we need to see you stand up as a man, but he didn't.
At what point?
In everything that was happening in their marriage, talk. Why are you running away? You're seeing a problem. Sit down, talk. It's your home. You're the head. You're the one to bring the family together. Okay, this. But the wife was always trying, but he was shutting her out. Always trying, he was shutting her out. And when the issue now came with the uncles, we didn't even go to that part of the uncles. You have not, I understand that culture where we're coming from. But if you know the kind of uncles you have, you can send friends instead. But you send uncles that are not even reasonable, uncles that will not even come and acknowledge the woman's pain and her struggle, just telling her, it's your husband, it's not new. What kind of rubbish talk is that? Like,
And I love her level of sarcasm.
She brought a lawyer.
I'm a fan of sarcasm, so I love what she did there, right?
Yeah,
The way it's 8 o'clock tomorrow, okay for you guys, fine.
Let's meet tomorrow.
And then her lawyer came, and the lawyer was her family.
I want to talk about friends. I want to just highlight something about friends. You see, Moni still had a connection with her friends even when she got married. I'm not of the school of thought that because you're married, you should not let go of your single friends. No. My very close friend, she was married 5-6 years even before I got married, and nothing changed between us. Like nothing changed between us. We talked as much. I related with her husband as he should. Like nothing changed, and she showed me that practically. And for me also, even with most of my friends are still yet unmarried, but we're still vibing. And also to the other group, some unmarried friends, because your friend is married does not mean you should just cut off from your friend. It's a two-way thing. You both need yourselves. There's nothing like, oh, because you're married, roll with your married friends. With married people, if you're not married, no, you were friends even before you got married, and you should still be friends even when you're married. And whatever be the case, you should still be friends. So I just want to put that out there, that married or not married should not stop the friendship of people who have been working together. Yeah.
For me, if you are not married, I am my friend Yakubu. You are not my friend.
So you're shady.
That's how I'm married, so that I'll be talking very well. So yeah, but I think most of my friends are married. So I've never thought of that, leaving friends because I'm married or not,
no,
or friends.
People have that notion. People, especially ladies.
I've not perceived that.
Ladies do that.
But yeah, so for me, I think the genesis and revelation of the issues, or who the script is centered around, if I'm to invade the mind of the scriptwriter, will be Harrison. If Harrison hadn't, like I said, I don't think Matthew was too nice to a fault, yes, but that was because he saw an opening. If Harrison was half nice to his wife, she wouldn't go outside. Matthew, even if she spent time with him doing the committee, whatever they were doing, wouldn't have had it easy to get her into his bed. So I believe Harrison was abusive. He was abusive emotionally, physically, spiritually, every vice you can think. He does not appreciate anything. He was self-centered. He was proud. He was just every shade of wrong. So I believe the diagnosis of this is she married wrong. So I don't know whether it should be managed or they should be divorced. As a Christian, of course, that's what I'm saying. If I had my ways, I believe they shouldn't be together, personally.
Maybe for a while they should be separated for a while to get them, because clearly there's a whole lot that needs to be addressed.
I do not subscribe to her being around, because first it will reduce your self-worth, you lose self-confidence, and then you look like you don't know what you're doing. With her level of exposure and industriality, she was quite industrious, like I said. Selling Zobo is not easy.
Can we talk about? Can we just highlight the pastor's parts just in few minutes so that we can wrap up?
What do you think? I think the pastors are. We get to say a lot of bad things about pastors until you are in something that you need one person to run to. Pastors are doing a lot. Pastors are doing shout out beyond the pulpit.
Yes.
Oh my God, pastors!
We need to keep praying for them.
Keep praying for pastors. Because for me, I love to have people around me. But when you are someone that is always bringing, I don't say negative vibe or issues, problems, I tend to do I don't like what will destabilize my mental health. But you have to be with pastors too. You can only imagine the things they hear and see as being pastors. So if you have a pastor, rather than looking at his little faults here and there, I believe you should pray. You should pray more for pastors. Pastors are doing a whole lot. And then the pastor's wife, oh my God, she embodied the character
Mama.
embodied a mama in its whole sense, not a mama that only sits in front of chair and when they hear her, she actually acted it. She killed the role. She was mama to a fault, and I believe it was sweet. And it gave Mrs. Harrison a soft landing, kinda. Yeah, made her
A shoulder to cry
a
on.
shoulder to lean and cry on, really. Yeah. So it's not easy to bring a married woman. I don't think anybody, me myself, I'll not let you into my house. A woman that is alleged to have slept with another man's husband, and her husband is there and she's pregnant. She doesn't even know who it belongs to. It only take a pastor to bring her into your home and let her find her feet back. Even if I as a man will let her in, it takes a woman full of God's grace, to let that kind of, no matter how holy or than that you want to claim that you can let them into your house, it will not, I don't think it will be an easy thing to do.
Okay, so I think we can wrap up here.
Yeah. So put your thoughts down about the movie. Go watch the movie, stream the movie. We are not in any form doing any adverts, but I would strongly advise people to see the movie The Wives and learn one thought. This is the things we learned as a couple we are sharing. So you can watch it, and even as a single, you will learn something really different from your own lens and perspective. So you go watch. Even as a couple, you could watch it. You could be 5 years in marriage, 10 years, and you see it and you diagnose it differently. And you can even pinpoint issues that we didn't see as 2 years old in marriage that we can see now. So share your thoughts and don't forget to subscribe. My wife needs to blow. Yes, she needs to blow as a matter of urgency. I need to start earning in dollars. Guys.
Yes, please.
So please
subscribe, guys, and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video and then share it. Of course, do so. Yeah, I think we should review another movie. Chains.
Yeah, we'll be reviewing another movie.
Chains.
Yes,
we watch Chains too.
Chains. Watch it before you come to watch our review.
So we can interact better in the comment section. Okay. So this is us. This is the guy. The guy is on Gayeyilo. It's still Gayeyilo. Signing out. Thank you guys for watching. Till we see you again with another video.
Bye.
Bye.